Here's my day trading watch list for Friday. OAS. It held up pretty well today. I had this on Bounce Watch today. We didn't do anything with it in chat, but it's got a 2-day bounce in progress. It looks like it might head higher. So I like the fact that it held up pretty well today. It'll be back on Bounce Watch tomorrow. CDTI. We didn't get any trades in this one today. Just another day down, but a little bit of a bottoming tail through the 8-day. It also looks like it hit the 200-day. Want to watch this one for a bounce tomorrow. Over 30 million shares about a week ago, a little over a week ago, and had a huge move. So it's starting to become interesting for a bounce. That's CDTI, KING. Closed at 13.19 today, but it's closed out after hours at 13.78. So they had earnings after the bell, and it was wild, like a lot of things are after earnings. It went down to below 12.50 at one point, but settled in at about 13.80. So close to today's high, which was 14.14. So I'm actually kind of thinking potential long now, especially if this gets up through 14 on volume. I mean, got decimated back here. Looks like this big volume day right here was the bottom, and it based for a while. Nice pop, some selling today. So if we get up over today's high, over 14.14, I think we get a nice pop in that one. So I want to watch KING for a long. Remember, it had earnings, so we'll have to see how it opens. SINO, a thinner stock, but it's interesting. It popped here, based, another pop, gave it all back, and then today right back up. And you can see this one made a crazy move back here. So up over this 3-day high, it's actually pretty interesting. 225 is the 3-day high, so I want to watch that over 225 if we get any volume. WFM, Whole Foods, gapped up today and closed near its highs. I want to watch that for a second day follow through. QEP, at the top of a range, but nice volume today, and a lot of things that get to a top of a range that normally might be a better short than a long, they just keep going higher. So QEP goes on long watch up over this range here. All right, and then some examples of that are DKS. DKS I was watching today. I had a line there. Look at the move it made just to get to this recent high from a few days ago, right? And then it bases a little bit of a pullback and closes at the high of the day. So that is the crazy market we're in right now. Macy's is another one of those, the letter M. Generally, and I talked about this in a video, I think earlier in the week, that this is in a very clearly defined range between 55 and 59. Hit 59 today. I made a little money on a short. I shorted it right up here, right on this right candle here. And it did come down, and I was covering on the way down, but I kept a few shares, hoping this thing would just completely reverse, and then right in there somewhere I finally gave up and took a little bit of profit on the rest of the shares. And you can see it closed at the highs of the day. So interesting action lately, and to me this is still too extended to call for a long tomorrow, but you did have a nice consolidation. Stocks consolidate through pullbacks in price or through time. And so this did base all afternoon. So, I mean, Macy's might head higher tomorrow, but it certainly isn't my favorite stock to trade long tomorrow. Solar City, SCTY. 4 red days in a row. They just had earnings. And so I want to really start watching this one for a bounce. Now, in a perfect world, I'd like this to get down. Let me just take this line right here. Well, you know what? I've got a drawing tool. In a perfect world, I'd like it to get down to this area, and then you've got a beautiful long setup for a bounce, because it will have fallen pretty far to get there. But that's still quite a ways away. So right now, this one just goes on watch. And then U.S. Steel, the letter X. Let me zoom in. Blowout earnings here. Pulled back for a couple days. Looked like it was going to bounce, and now you're down about 4 days in a row. But you're starting to see buyers stepping in here. You got a couple tails right here. So this goes on bounce watch. I think we get back up through like today's high, over 36.5. You could get a nice move. So I want to watch U.S. Steel for a bounce. And that is the extent of my watch list. We will talk to you tomorrow night. If I don't, have a great weekend.